Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, dear educator, and also ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hansen Dafa as the first speaker of the opposition side from SMA Negeri 1 Pontianak. In today's debate, I will deliver the topics of the debate, the background cases of the debate about why the motion can be risen, the definition by the keyword, and also the parameter. And the important thing is about rebuttal and also my argument about the defunding effectively. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what is the topics of the debate today? The topics is this House prefers the strategy of pushing for institutional reform to address police abuse and misconduct rather than defund the police. Ladies and gentlemen, why this motion can be risen? Because it's about the different point of view about the strategy against the police brutality in America. In society, some once agree about the institutional reform because it will be strong because institutional is based on constitution that mandatory and bound to the police. But someone would disagree about this, said that the institutional isn't effective. If there is still police with a abusive or racist personality, because if it's less effective because if there is still a police with a racist or abusive personality, because everything that we do in society is majority based on personality, not what we have. So if there's institutional said that to decrease the staff and weapons would be not effective because the racist or abusive, it's not about what we have like a gun, but it's about our personality. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, I will define the topics by the keyword that I find. The first keyword is institutional reform. In this context means that a constitutional got a reform against the police brutality with a new draft that mandatory and bound to the police. And then the second definition is defunding the police, means relocating or redirecting funding away from the police department to other government agencies and programs such as social services, youth service, housing, education, healthcare, and other community research. Defunding, it's not about abolish. Example of institutional reform include mandating that police misconduct be judged by an oversight body which may involve civilians. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, to the parameter. In this debate, I will not state the parameter because we agree about the Prime Minister parameter to the American. Moving on to the rebuttal. Ladies and gentlemen, I disagree to the Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, let me clear this thing up. Racism is like a virus that spread around the world. It's not only in America. The racism can be risen is because there is difference in the society, especially about the color skin. So it will make sense if there is racism action in the society that has different identity, especially the color. Ladies and gentlemen, by this statement, we can say that racism by the police is not about armed or the weapon, but it's about the personality, ladies and gentlemen. If in the first they had a racism personality or abusive personality, it will be really possible if they do the abusive action over without a weapon, even without the weapon. They can use their identity as a police to protect them from the constitution and just act abusive with the protection of police or government identity. They can also do abusive verbal act that not happen without a weapon, but it can be harm people and make a conflict in the society. So to minimize the armed weapon will be not effective against police abusive because of racism, and also to make a constitution about the color police will be less effective too. We can take for example like George Floyd case.